Hi there. What do you do when you hit a dead end with your boss? I mean, if you're stuck with a boss who's abusive, who's not recognizing you, and you feel this is it. Most of us end up quitting, don't we? But some of us are the fighting types. We would like to believe that this is an otherwise conducive organization except for my boss. So we can go to HR, maybe the CEO, or sometimes founders if you're working in a startup. But not all the time, you get a resolution which actually is something that meets your expectations, does it? This was triggered by a recent call I got from one of my colleagues. She actually said, Kamal, I've hit an end of the road with this guy. I think the only way forward is to go and complain to the CEO. I asked her, how is your performance at this point of time? She asked me why. I said, look, I know your CEO. He would only listen to you if your numbers are in the right place. She said, Kamal, the numbers are a bit of a struggle now. I'm on the downside of the hill, and that is also one of the frustrations. She said. I said, look, your CEO will not listen to you unless you get your numbers right. Is this the only way out? She asked me. I said, at least in your case, that's the case, but not necessarily all the time, according to me. Otherwise, we all know that performance comes in cycles, comes and goes. But every time the performance is low and you're stuck with a bad boss, we can't keep quitting, can we? With the first time when I quit out of sheer frustration, when I was stuck with an abusing boss, I didn't have any trust with HR, nor did I have access to the super bosses. So there went my first attempt. Then on, when I looked at other times in my life when karma was good and let's say I have access to the super bosses, I always used it to my advantage. And many of us do when we are stuck with a bad boss, don't we? But beyond having performances, are there other ways? One definite way is having relationships with the ecosystem of your bosses, which is his or her super bosses, their peers, and being visible. I know people talk about self-projection qualities, but just being visible helps you because people will ask what's happening with this guy. But they say performance is the permanent bulletproof jacket against bad bosses. Unless you are a Virat Kohli, your CEO or a founder will not get you a new boss. You have to willingly suffer or take a transfer or quit. That's the only answer if you do not build an ecosystem of visibility and relationships beyond your boss. Bad bosses are here to stay. They'll keep coming, but it's up to us as to how we build an ecosystem around us to ensure that we are visible, and that's the only insurance I believe we have when we are stuck. What have you done when you ever got stuck with a bad boss? Let me know by virtue of commenting there today. Thank you.